Hello and welcome to the Open Book channel, where I talk about everything and anything writerly, very, very honestly. My name is Lady Valheim, your designated open book. At the start of February, Kate Kavanaugh released a video about perfectionism and writing, where she talked about some literature that she'd read by Catherine Morgan Schaffler, who breaks down that there are different kinds of perfectionist personality types. And as Kate was talking about how she's a messy perfectionist, a lot of it resonated with me. So I thought we'd do a little more casual video where I take Schaffler's test myself to see where I land. I've already got a pretty good idea where I land, but after being diagnosed, if you will, I'd like to talk a bit about how my typing is reflective and presents itself in my workflow, or sometimes lack thereof. So let's see if I can get a window open of my browser. Here we are, the quiz. Get your perfectionist profile. Take the quiz. Have you ever displayed an angry outburst at work, such as shouting, banging your desk, or slamming doors? No. Not in a work environment with other people anyways. I flop on the bed sometimes when I'm in my home office and I get frustrated sometimes with myself, but that's just to throw my head under a pillow and move on with my life. Never shows. No one knows. I have no emotions. Which of the below is most likely to bother you? Observing that people around you aren't performing at their highest standards possible? Oh, yes. That's really hypocritical of me, but gosh, people's inefficiency really gets to me sometimes. Going on vacation with no itinerary, that's fine. When you know someone doesn't like you, You've decided you want to paint your living room, you're given a color wheel of 50 paint options and told you need to pick a color in the next 10 minutes. Oh, no, that's kind of oddly specific. Being told that you can only focus on one goal for the next 6 months. That I don't have a problem with that either, as long as I like it. So seeing inefficient people would it triggers me, but it's also me. Which statement best describes you? I impose extremely high standards on those around me. I can be punitive with others when they don't meet my standards. I have kind of high standards, but I don't expect anybody, nobody has to adhere to my standards. I'm gonna end up picking whichever one says I have really high standards for myself and hate myself for not achieving them. I'm reliable, highly organized, I love planning, sometimes get a sense that other people experience me as uptight. Not enough people know me enough to call me uptight. They might, though, if they did. I get frustrated that other people's opinions and feelings toward me matter to me. I often feel needy because I want the deepest connections possible. I am kind of clingy, but I also only impose that on my partner, so... I get frustrated with my indecisiveness. I wish I could allow myself to be a little more impulsive about taking clear action towards my goals. Whenever I am impulsive, I end up backtracking, so being indecisive has worked out for me better in the long run, I'd say. I love the rush of momentum at the start of a project. I feel unstoppable in the beginning, but I struggle to stay focused when I get distracted by other passions. Yeah, that one's pretty accurate. I do start a lot of small things, and it's not that I have such a problem finishing them. It's more like the small things become a lot bigger of a project, then I have a lot more smaller things to do to finish the large project than just finishing a small project in the first place. If someone were giving you praise, you'd be most likely to say that you're great at being direct and keeping razor sharp focus on a goal at hand. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not people. I don't know how they feel about me. That you're great at doing exactly what you say you will do, exactly when you say you will do it, and in the exact way you're expected to do it. Okay, that one. Probably that one. Based on all of my actual working with other people experiences, I am generally understood to be the most efficient and reliable around. That you're great at engendering meaningful connections with others. Not really. I haven't kept up with any of my coworkers, even though they are delightful people and I do enjoy spending time with them. I never keep up the friendships. That you're great at preparing, asking smart questions, and considering alternative scenarios. Oh, that one might also be it. Oh, damn. I am usually the one that comes up with the solution in the room. That you're great at imagining possibilities, getting inspired, and generating ideas. That was also true. Can I pick more than one? I am between the second one and the last two ones. Based on this is somebody else saying this about me, I'd go with the second one. Which statement best describes you? I get frustrated by others' inefficiency. Focus, I don't. Care if other people like me. Oh, no, I definitely care other people like me. I cannot be rude. If somebody's not doing their job well enough and it pisses me off, I'll just start doing it for them respectfully, a little passive aggressively, but in a way so that the boss isn't mad at either of us. I consider it somewhat offensive when people take adjustments to the structure and timeline of anything. We should be able to make one plan and stick to it. Oh, I mean, I'm pretty flexible, but I do hate when dinner's not on time. I spend more energy than I want wondering what people think of me in high school, but not so much now. I know I have a lot more to offer than I'm currently offering. Ooh. But I can't unleash my full potential until I take care of a few things first. Ooh, that one's calling me out right there. I'm always resisting the urge to do things like purchase domain names for businesses I want to start. I have more ideas than I could ever know what to do with. I think I have a limited amount of ideas that are actually good and I want to do something with. I'm not overwhelmed. I just have a huge, list of things that I want to do really well, and it takes too long to do them, and then the list keeps getting bigger because they don't get done. I'm gonna go with this one because yeah, I keep, like I said, coming up with more and more things before I can actually get any one thing done. I've received feedback along the lines of being mean, intense, or intimidating. Absolutely not. Not being spontaneous enough, being too rigid. Not really. I'm a stickler, but not rigid necessarily. Being too much of a people pleaser. Maybe. Not taking enough risks or being too indecisive. Probably. I'm quite cautious. Being disorganized, scatterbrained, or poor at following through on commitments. No, not actually. If something's actually important or anybody is counting on me, there's no way, no how. Commitments are ultimate. I'm gonna go with number 4. I'm not sure on this one. It's most meaningful to me when someone follows through on what they said they were going to do, when they say they were going to do it, and at the level that I expect. Okay, so this is the backwards of the other one. That I'm able to offer myself and others stability through routine, structure, and predictability. When another person works to understand who I am as a person, why that matters to me. Oh, okay, that wasn't a typo. It took me a second there. That I enter into new opportunities as prepared and as sure of my decisions as possible. I don't want to commit unless I'm highly confident it's the right choice. It does matter a lot that it's the right choice the first time around. There's a lot of thinking and opportunities and webs and timelines and stuff that go on. That I lead a passionate life where I entertain as many opportunities as possible to create a new project, develop new... that sounds overwhelming. I do a lot of stuff, but it's not in a whole lot of different genres of thing like travel or... It does matter very, very much to me that people also deliver expected results in a timely manner. It's between that and needing to make the right choice the first time. I can't control other people. It is very meaningful to me that I have control over myself. I'm a procrastinator. No. I thought I was going to be a messy perfectionist too. Okay, fine. Give me your details, quiz. Procrastinator perfectionist. Excel at preparing. Can see opportunities from a 360-degree perspective and have good impulse control. Left unchecked, their preparative measures hit a point of diminishing returns, resulting in indecisiveness and inaction. I will accept this, but I think that some of the other ones... What even is this one? I mean, a little bit. The intense perfectionist is a low-key thing, but I only implement that on myself. And it doesn't stop me from doing anything. It just makes me disappointed in myself. See, I thought I was going to be this one because the left unchecked part is more accurate than the procrastinator one. So I overplan, and I do have a lot of things going on to the point where that stops me from doing things because I've overplanned and I keep overplanning. But it doesn't lead to inactiveness or indecision. Usually it leads to more ideas or creating the task even larger than expected, so it's harder to complete. So that's why I relate to the second half of the messy perfectionist more, which is left unchecked, they struggle to stay focused on their goals, ultimately spreading their energy too thin to follow through on their commitments. And it's not about following through on the commitments, it is about spreading my energy way too thin though. So although I guess I came out as a procrastinator perfectionist, I do relate very heavily with the second part of the messy perfectionist, which is spreading myself way too thin. But yeah, I thought looking at this and taking the quiz would be enlightening because I am going through the setbacks of being a procrastinator slash messy protagonist right now. My goals start with one thing, let's say, making a platform for my writing. I spent a very long time researching which platforms would suit my needs best, getting my content and descriptions together so making the profile will be a lot easier in the end before plugging it all in, or even committing to a tag profile name, you know? Like with this channel. I had a writer Twitter account before I rebranded my YouTube channel to The Open Book, and then had to decide whether I should backtrack and change the handle on my writer Twitter to be The Open Book, or remain my pen name, or make a new Twitter just for my YouTube. And when I decided that Twitter was fine for general posting and I wanted to use Ko-fi for my finances and support options because my YouTube isn't big enough to host all those extra buttons for support, well, that turned into a whole other project too, having to choose whether it was a good idea to keep my writing all together in one place or move it under my business name. The publication on Medium that I just started, do I announce it as a writer or keep the content under Acidic Ink Publishing? So, as you can see, it's not necessarily a reluctance to do anything, it's one small task spiraling into the need to plan out the end goal before I get there, making sure that I've figured it all out from every angle before I start, which inevitably takes any small task and turns it into a large undertaking of many, many small tasks. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me and my process, or unprocess, if you will. Which kind of perfectionist are you? I'd be interested to hear if the quiz was accurate for you. I think that mine was accurate. I was just too split between some answers and coincidentally ended up picking the procrastinating one over the other ones more often. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to support me and this channel, you can find a link to my Ko-fi in the description below. Patrons get extra content and discounts, so please go check it out. If you're interested in any of my writing, you can find my books on Amazon under my pen name, Lady Valheim. I also provide a variety of self-publishing services from beta reading to book covers, which you can find at acidic ink dossier. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!